dive talk is not going to be that rich in coding. It has some coding, but it's not perfect. You will see it. It's more a conceptual one, okay? And the title of Enriching Liferay AI is because there is already some AI features that can be leveraged for some commerce capabilities. In those places where it makes sense for supporting out-of-the-box capabilities of Liferay commerce, like for example, having some generative AI to help with the creating descriptions, rich descriptions for products or images for those products with the assistance of a prompt. No? There is an integration with OpenAI. Soon there will also with Google Gemini. We also have a more complex AI supporting also some of the commerce features, like for example, the product recommendations, okay? I can show you this one, maybe in the demo, not this one because this one has a more complex setup. It needs a rich set of data, pre-existing data, like a huge amount of order history, a lot of users, etc. But this is also very powerful in terms of providing recommendations to the customers or buyers with different categories of recommendations, okay, based on, for example, the similarity of a customer with another customer, or product similarity, no, like you may also like, also bought, etc. And there is also the ability to enable live chats or chatbots, where Liferay provides the bridge, no, of providing you the component, no, so the customers can communicate with this chat. And there are, like, I think it's now 13 different chat providers, like HubSpot, LivePerson, etc., that it can be easily set up in Liferay and use it. But the goal of this talk is to go beyond that, no? Because most of the times it's better to know who can do something than try to do everything yourself. So of course Liferay will be adding more AI or out-of-the-box AI capabilities like the ones we just saw, but we cannot do everything, no? Of course, there are many use cases, very specific use cases for very specific industries or solutions that can use some of the AI services in the world, which there are many. We just saw this Google Gemini thing. And what I would like to talk about and show an example of this is that the new client extensions framework, well, it's not that new anymore, no? Customers are already using it, partners are becoming experts in client extensions. So client extensions help us to, as I said, there is like what we see here on the right, there is a whole bunch of external AI services, some of them provided by the big guys like Google, AWS, but also there are many more, let's say, small AI services like the one we are going to use in this, whoops, is the other one, but okay, this one. This idea, which I will show you how we are going to use it. No? But the whole thing here is that client extensions allows us to easily leverage all the goods of one of these AI services in order to implement a specific use case in Liferay. No? And this thing in the middle, so these client extensions that, as you probably know already, can be, let's say, developed using many different technologies. If it's for the front end, like you can use, for example, React, Angular, or if it's more for a backend microservice, it can be done with Spring Boot or whatever. But also in combination with what we have already in Liferay, no? That is exposed and available through the Liferay REST APIs. So this is the idea for the rest of the time we have. what we want to do. Okay, this is the use case. This is what we want to build. We have a Liferay DXP platform where we have an e-commerce storefront for spare parts of vehicles. Surprise is our favorite example. I am not into cars at all, so I don't know anything about cars. I don't even have a car, but I think it's something that everybody understands, and it's helpful to illustrate this example. No? So I want to have this custom application which can help an employee. So the company, sorry, I didn't say it. The company is a branch of car workshops, so where you take your car to get fixed. And we want to help the employees of those shops, of those workshops, to easily take a picture of the car that is entering the workshop and call this external API to recognize exactly which car it is. So the brand, the maker, the model, the GR, even the color. So the storefront can help this employee to show directly the collection of the spare parts compatible with that exact car model. So it's a very simple thing. I am not an expert in coding, and I was able to do it, so everybody can do it, okay? So this is our premise, okay? And we will see how which parts we are using. No? So for the user interface, we already said that we are using Liferay DXP, where we have already our storefront, and it's where we want to have this client extension, this custom application, which is the one that is going to take care of getting the picture of the car and show the link to the user. There is a custom application, which is the client extension, okay, with the code that I will show, that takes that uploaded image and sends it to this external AI service that is the one that provides the service of recognizing the image. No? This AI service processes the image using some artificial intelligence algorithms and send back a JSON with all the information about the car. And in the Liferay Commerce platform, we'll receive this identify car model and queries the catalog of products to show only those spare parts, because in my demo there are very few spare parts, but in the real world, I have a very good friend who is a car mechanic, and he always tells me about how crazy it is to find, spare parts for a very specific car from many different providers. No? And typically we are talking about thousands of different products, and we want to make the things easier. So we have seen probably in other websites these out-of filters where someone has to manually go select the brand Ford, Focus, GR, blah, 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 with this engine, blah, blah, and that takes time and it's not very efficient. No? So that's what we want to solve. No? Okay, so we have more or less the ingredients, no, of our use case. So going back to the previous diagram, now it's a more specific diagram for this use case, where we are going to have a web page in Liferay where our client extension, which is done in React, will be drag and dropped, no? Configured, and we will have some other widgets that are provided by Liferay out of the box, like for example the ones to display the catalog, the filters of the products, etc. And this client extension, it will be the one coordinating, no? Taking the information from Liferay page, calling the external idea, and then using the Liferay REST APIs to get an ID that is going to use categories, which is the one that is going to be used to filter the catalog. Okay? So here we are using best of both worlds. No? So this gives us the intelligence, and this gives us all the rest. This external AI service, just for curiosity, when I was researching for doing this example, I found that there were many different services that I could use. No? We have this idea, which is the one that I use, but there were many others, even more generic ones like Google Cloud Vision, that maybe for other type of use cases would be better, but these are more generic. No? They are generic image recognition service, but there are also specific ones for a specific industry, in this case for cars. No? So the one that I selected is a Czech company called Idea. Okay, nobody knows about them, but they provide a very nice service. No? They have these APIs specifically for make and models of cars. No? And why I selected this one? Because they have this freemium REST API that you just register yourself. If you want, I'm going to then provide my GitHub repository for you if you want, just as an inspiration, of course. It's not production ready, or yes. But if you want to try it, you can go to the website of this external AI service. You just register with your email, and it gives you 1,000 free tokens. Each call uses more or less 2 tokens. So you have a lot of tokens to test and etc. It's easy to use and test. It just provides you with 2 endpoints. No? Very well describe how you have to call these endpoints. And it even offers a developer SDK and a REST server Docker image, so you can even run it locally yourself. Okay? This is just for curiosity. So let's do it. As I said, the source code of the client extension is in this GitHub repository. Of course, you can clone it, you can build it, deploy it on a Liferay instance, but that Liferay instance needs some preparation, okay? So it doesn't work directly out of the box, and the rest of the preparation is not ready, but it's not that difficult to do. No? So let's go and see what we have. So I have here my Liferay instance running locally. I have a Windows update. It's not the best time to update Windows. So I'm going to log in. So first we are going to see the result, and then we see how we build it. Okay. So demo gods, please help me. I see they are not helping already. So this is the main dashboard of the site. No? This is the client extension that we will see now. But first, we can see that we have this catalog, okay, of different spare parts. And we can see that we have spare parts for different makers and models. No? We have Ford, Tesla, and that's it. I didn't put more of them. And there's some spare parts. I can see also here. And they're here. And we have also spare parts which are just generic, no? For probably for any car. No? I can go here and start, for example, filtering by all the Tesla parts. And we see that we have spare parts for the Tesla Model 3, the Tesla Model S, and the Tesla Model X. No? So, but we said that we want to make the work of mainly the employees of the workshops more efficient. And we don't want to, of course, an employee has the option to manually filter the spare parts catalog, but we also want to provide a more automatic way. So this React client extension, it uses this great React library that with just a couple of lines of code, you get access to the webcam. So this can also be used with from the smartphone, for example, that would be the real case in a car workshop, but it's more complicated to connect and see it from the smartphone. So from the website, from the web, it works fine. So now this is a little bit awkward, but it was not that easy to get a real car, get it in here, and they didn't want to buy me a Tesla. So I'm going to fake this, like just putting the Tesla car in here. Note that there is also the license plate. I will tell later. So now you see that this is the register card, and I have already a link generated. I don't know if you see it there on the bottom. We can zoom a little bit. That I can also already go to see the parts for Tesla Model 3 Generation 1 in color red, blah, 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 okay? So the image recognition was already done. So if I now follow this link, go back to I have already the spare parts filtered by exactly that maker and model, okay? Simple, right? But powerful, I think. Okay, so how we did this? Code. I'm not going to go all over all the lines of code, okay? This is the client extension. Okay, I have it in a Liferay workspace in the client extensions folder. As you know, that's the tools that Liferay offers for having a good development environment. And in here, I follow let's say the pattern to create a new custom element. Okay, and I haven't seen it mainly in other talks. These custom elements have a great thing is that you can, when you drag and drop it in a page, you can put some properties, okay? And then from the code, we can read these properties. Like for example, I don't want to have my API key hard-coded in my code, no, the API key that gives me the AI service. So I pass it as an attribute. I also have to tell, okay, this is the category I have created in Liferay. This is the name of the category where I have all the makers, brands, etc. I also pass in the global site ID. That's probably a way to get it from the code directly. So, but forgive me, I am not the best developer in the house. And also the page of the catalog. That's probably also a way to get it without passing it as a parameter. Okay. And here is the cheese. Okay. In this just simple JavaScript file. As I said, if you clone the repository, you will say, this can be done better with other way of developing JavaScript, but I did it. And I must say that I haven't been listening to the Google Gemini guy, but I use a lot of Google Gemini to program this. So the key things here are, so I have some calls to the Liferay headless APIs because the way I have to translate what the AI service tell me, which is okay, this is a Tesla Model 3, etc., is to go and find which category of my Liferay categories are that ones. Okay, so that's I'm using the headless APIs for the vocabularies, categories, etc. Okay, passing different parameters. So at the end, I get exactly the category ID of the car. No? And then, and this is the function that is called when I click on the capture button. We get the image. Okay, I didn't know this was I must admit, the most complicated part. How to get an image and pass it as a parameter to an API. And someone is laughing because probably was in the same situation as me. So once I have the image, is the only thing I need to pass to the external API, which is this one. I just create a, by the way, I'm using the Liferay util fetch method, which is there available, and it's very convenient. I just pass I create a body where I pass the file with the image, and I just wait for the response. Oh man, this await and sync things in JavaScript is a crazy thing. Being a Java developer in my past, not knowing when something, a value is going to be, have a variable is going to have a value is crazy. No? So I can just get the response, get whatever I want from the JSON, which is the make, the model, the generation, the color, the license plate, which is going to be the next thing. And I just built a, you see, the HTML is really simple. I have the HTML to get to use the webcam, okay? As I said, just doing this, you already get access to the cam of your device. And then there is this link where I put the link to the catalog with that model, okay? If I log in into the, oh, okay. I have to open here another. This Traffic Eye AI gives you this dashboard. But now I have to copy from somewhere the password. So you can see better, for example, which data you have. This is their website. Now I have to sign in, but I don't know, something is catched wrong in my browser, so I have to go in a incognito mode. So this is the personal area. No? I can see here how many tokens I have left. I didn't spend too many doing these things. I started with 1,000. You can even try it in here, which is very convenient, because, okay, how does this AI works? So I can try it in here and upload an image of a car in a workshop, and I see here exactly which information it's going to give me. So it's going to say, okay, and here in this image there are two cars. It can even identify the two cars. So the car there on the bottom part, I can see that it's a Volkswagen Polo, 2015. It's a sedan with this plate, etc. No? So this is the information that will come to Liferay in a JSON format, and I can parse it and use it for anything. So it's a very nice, humble service. No? I see here, I can see even my history of all the calls I've done. And here I can see, I think, the same information, and you can see exactly the call that was done in order to do this, etc. Okay. So, following with the example, I think. No. So there is a bonus track. You saw that this AI service gives me also the license plate of the vehicle, no? So why not leverage Liferay objects to automatically register the car into the company system, no? I think, I say again, I don't have a car, I don't often or never go to a car workshop, but I guess that when you go there, you have to go to the counter and they will take the data of your car or of your who you are, the driver, etc. So maybe we can automatize some of this process, no? So in order to do that, that was the easiest part. I have here also a registered vehicle section where you can see that the Tesla I did before is already registered. I have all the data of the car. I have the license plate, okay? You see here. I even have the mechanic that was receiving the car. And there are some more data that will be filling later, no? And if I, for example, log in with some other user, which is a car mechanic, I changed this yesterday, and he does, okay, he's receiving now, I think this was a focus. Okay, license plate with this light is not that. Okay, I think it has not good light enough. Okay, I don't know why, but okay, now it's there. It's a Ford Focus 4 in color blue, no? I am, as a mechanic analyzing the car, I see that maybe it needs a, now I see only Ford Focus. It needs some new brake pads or whatever, so, and I go to the, to see if there are any left, there is no any left, so I need to order 10 new brake pads, no? And I can start. I'm not going to go all over the commerce part because there were already some commerce, but maybe this is connected to the provider system, so I can already order from here, no? But we were talking about the registration of the vehicle, no? So this was done by the mechanic, and if I update this, okay, the first time it worked, so it have registered twice. Now we have, okay, this new card that has entered my workshop. The car mechanic is Alejandro with this. Maybe while he's starting, so the person goes to the counter, and the the people there, or the person there, can complete the rest of the data that is needed to register this new car, but many of them is already there, no? But I just need to ask for the person for the email, telephone. Maybe the exit date will be filling later because that's where we register when the car is done. We don't have here any status, but we could have added an status. And now, on top of this object, there can be a collaboration. So maybe the mechanic writes here later. So brake packs needed or whatever. No? But this is just the bonus track showing that, okay, now we can leverage Liferay objects in the context of a shop to easily implement another interesting use case, okay? There was this thing, okay. Many people also ask about scalability. Maybe here is not the best example of scalability, but in this case, it's easy to, let's say, support new, for example, maybe there are some car workshops that always work with a specific brand or a couple of brands. Now they are opening their business to a new brand of cards. And the system, you just need to add the categories, no, for that new card, and the application will work perfectly. Or they want to, I don't know, have a different styling for every different card workshop. So here we can also leverage a little bit of a combination of how to style books can govern the style of the commerce stuff, but also with the client extensions, this thing that is totally external, that is out there in React. No? So just a couple of examples of this. We said, okay, now this car workshop is going to start with working with BMW. Okay. So all we have to do is, if we go to the categories manager, we define it at the global level because probably many different sites will be using them. So we have here the maker category, okay, which is the one using. And here we have a lot of brands. And now we have BMW that I have already created. And we can start adding, I don't know, series 3 or something like this. We can here create the, let's say, the either manually, no, I don't think so, but maybe automatically, no, create those categories in order to be able to recognize more cards. No? And about the styling, if I go back to the site, you see that this custom application has a little bit awkward background, which uses a gradient. Okay, it was the way I found to be like more visible. So this is using the stylebooks classes. Okay, we can see them here. The custom application in React, you can also have CSS. And in your CSS, you can use generic styling, but also you can use the variables that are defined in the stylebook. No? So, even though this is an external piece of Liferay, it's not inside Liferay, etc., this will, since it's rendered in a Liferay page, it can use the stylebook variables that I define here. No? So, for example, let's say that I want to create a site for the car workshop in Budapest, and I want to have a slight different branding. So I can preview here how it would look like without having to change anything in the code of that custom client extension, because I don't know who is managing. I can just, for example, modify here, and we can see that an admin with access to stylebooks could be able also to impact on the style of this client extension. Not the best example, as I said, is gradient in the back, but imagine that, I don't know, you provide a complete different system of brand colors or fonts or whatever, and then use that on your client extension. And we are almost there. Just going back to the presentation. So, summary. As I said, this was just a conceptual talk with a demonstration to convey the message that, okay, Liferay will incorporate AI services, but the real power will come when you, for your customer projects, start thinking in the possibility of, okay, using some of the AIs that are out there, and a good way to integrate that with Liferay is the one I show it, but there are many other different ways, okay? But yeah, using best of both worlds, I think you can, give to your users or to your customers a very good or high-level experience, no? Using AI with Liferay. And that's the end of the talk. If anyone has any question, I would be happy, or comment or anything.
First of all, thank you.